Hello survivors and welcome to another video. In today's video we are going to be playing a Doom build that I have thought about while playing with the Demon Hunter. We are running reroll mastery, skill mastery thrust and skill inclination thrust just so we can get the precision, synergetic, divine legacy, battle proficiency and extended magazine. We are running 6 skills today. We're going to be running Shadow Spire, Chaotic Surge, Bloodlust, Shadow Sparks, as well as Precision. And then I asked you guys on YouTube, we had a community update or post poll where I asked you guys dazed or fragility. I never really gave any context behind it, so this is the context, guys. It was for this, whether or not we should add a spread shot as dazed or aptitude, or whether we're going to add twin impact, which was fragility and aptitude. And a lot of you voted for the fragility option, so that's exactly what we're going to be using. We'll be using twin impact in this build over spread shot, and let's see how it goes. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. We have made it to cycle 1, max danger, max curse intensity. We've got all the skills we wanted. Like I mentioned, we used twin impact. Knowing that we now use twin impact for a build in this way, where we could have actually gone dazed and aptitude instead, let me know down in the comment section if your mind has been changed, if you think, if you voted for fragility over the dazed option, would you still go for the fragility over here, or would you have picked up the dazed and this aptitude skill like spread shot or the frag shot? So let me know down in the comment section if your mind was changed or not. It would be really fun to see if anyone sticks with what they chose. Unfortunately, I don't know who chose what. It doesn't tell me who voted for what. It just tells me a lot of you voted for the fragility twin shots setup. Or I mean, you didn't actually know that was the setup. That's just what I made it. So kind of funny how that goes. Anyway, we're just going to do one cycle. We have 0 defenses with this build, so I don't really see it pushing very far, especially in max danger, max curse. We do have the void presence on as well, which, if I was everyone else, I would turn it off usually, but we put it on for the more curses to make it a bit more difficult, give the enemies or the bosses more life and so on and so forth. Over here we grab potency as much as possible. That is why we take divine legacy. So I'm actually not going to lock the one skill here. We're going to grab the potency for this. Okay, I should have locked it. I didn't know which level we were on for that. I'm being stupid though, because I should have known. It should have been when we got 3 skill points left. But it is what it is. There's been so many times where I've scrooged myself over for that because of this. Now we are looking, I don't want all the skill chaining. So this is already under, so we don't need the skill chain for that. The projectile one's okay, but it's not what I'm looking for. This is what we're looking for. The damage over here. All 3 of these skills, you'll see we've got 50%, we've got 50%, sorry, not 50, we've got 50%, 67, and 64. If we go there, it becomes 75, 84, and 84. There's only one buff, I think, that's in the game that doesn't get affected by these legendary damage increases, and that's Scent of Blood. So sometimes getting Bloodlust is a lot better, especially if you're playing with Divine Legacy. So that is why we took it and why I mentioned that in the beginning. And that was just a showcase of it actually working, just so you know, okay, it does actually do something, as well as increase the damage of all of our other skills, increasing the damage of Shadow Spark as well, which is the more doom you have, the more damage you do, as well as the damage of the actual stack damage increases with those passive cards. So the fact that we've got that going for us does make a massive difference. And also the reason we go for in the skills or the runes, battle proficiency and ammunition, is because our artifact power and our ascension can both use those runes as well for their own gain. So as you can see on our actual artifact power over there, they have their own prowess as well as resilience and ammunition over there. So that's why we take these 2 runes. It helps out with our artifact power and our ascension, and it just makes us that little bit stronger. So it's really fun to play like that. We don't need the duration, but I don't have any more banishes, and we're just going to keep going over there. Now, things that I do banish are going to be the crit chance, because we're not going to need it because of the general upgrades, where it's like a doom to everything else will give us crit chance, or a chaos to everything else. You know, for all the chaos skills you have, a type X to type Y upgrades. If we get one, I'll show you what I mean by it. I'm sure we will get one eventually. So those upgrades over there make a big difference to your crit chance. They give you a lot more crit chance than the common or uncommon crits do, so it's just easier to use those. So we get rid of crit chance as a common uncommon upgrade, and then we get rid of the multicast chance for the same reason, and just things like that. Also, we get the legendary upgrades to multicast chance, so we don't have to worry about any of the smaller ones. So, and because they are different typings, the actual skill itself is different. So for instance, this one is multicast chance for physical skills as opposed to general multicast chance. We can get rid of the general multicast chance and still get offered every 25 levels that massive multicast chance upgrade. So that's why we get rid of a couple of them. We don't necessarily need a block or armor. I don't think we're gonna have enough time to really level them. We keep health, and we don't need the damage increases, those small ones, the general ones, because again, we've got the same thing every 25 levels. We're going to get that 50% increased damage upgrade from our Divine Legacy. Also, the general damage increases don't increase the potency of your buffs, so we actually get more out of the Divine Legacy than we do out of those general buffs, and that's why we take it. So there is that. Alright, even more resilience. That's actually really good. We're going to take both of these over here. So we are going to take the damage increase. Again, it's going to work the same way as a potency does. So getting that damage increase is huge. That's going to give us more crit damage as well as more cast frequency. And of course, we know the more cast frequency we have, the more doom we're going to apply, the more damage we're going to get. It's just a win-win for absolutely everything. We also get a lot of movement speed from Bloodlust, so that's going to help us there as well. And I think we just going to do one cycle for today's video. It's going to be a short but sweet and lovely video. Why not? And you guys can test this out and let me know how far you get in it as well, and whether or not you think it's a really cool build. I think it's a really fun little build. We do have the damage from the doom stacking, which is something you do need in builds now because Brittle got nuked, or actually Brittle got fixed, but we will talk about that another time when we are looking at how to build a build, or tips and tricks on the actual game. Alright, Shadow to Chaos, that's fine. Cast frequency, there's the damage and the multicast, so we're going to grab both of them. Fantastic. And we're in a very good spot now. We're in a very good spot for the final boss fight. So let's take a look at our final stats. We really needed to work more on the crit chance. 231% crit chance, with 1,852 crit damage, and that's coming from both our passive and our skills and things like that. So very strong. I mean, a pretty decent stat wise for a very first cycle. Of course, the more you level up, the stronger and stronger you're going to get in terms of that crit and crit chance, but getting those stats after one cycle I think is quite impressive, especially since we're just using buffs to get those stats. So again, let me know what you guys thought about that, and let's see what dealt the most damage. Hopefully Shadow Sparks, like it's supposed to be doing. So yep, there we go. Shadow Spiral actually did more damage than Shadow Sparks. I think it's because it can hit a lot more. We did get the disoriented. That's just really, really weird. It did hit a lot more, like a whack ton more, nearly 7 times more. So that is huge. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. And always remember, keep safe survivors. Until next time, cheers.